And I just drove down here to LA from the SF Bay Area, and I'm literally right now sitting in the place where my crib was as a baby. Like, I don't remember being a baby so much, but I remember going from a crib to a bed, and I don't know how old I was at that point, but that was a long time ago. And I'm thinking back a little bit again. Um, I wasn't banned. I wasn't banned in high school, and they put me on trombone, which was tragic because I have short arms. I have short arms, and I could never quite reach the seventh position. Like it was always like a little flat on my B's, and what I remember one time in band, like, we would go to the football games and the drill team and the band, they would always keep us separate completely. They would never let us together. But one time something happened, maybe a bus broke down or something like that, and we went together in the same bus, and I sat next to some girl, and I was never into like, I wasn't into like I wasn't looking for dating or anything like that in high school, but we actually had a long talk actually, and what came up with I remember talking about like just what we expect from life, and I just remembered saying that I expected to like go to college and get a job and all that kind of stuff, and I remember she asked me like, well, you don't you want children? And I just remember even then, like I was no, no, I wasn't thinking of that. Children were not part of the plan, even in even in high school, even when I was, 15, 16 years old. And I think I spooked her because, and I think she told someone because later an instructor came to me, like I think it was a band instructor came to me, and he thought it was like, I remember he just thought like, there's something very bad happening here. It spooked him. He think it wasn't right. And I was kind of, I was sort of one of the few like brown people in a substantially white school. And I think he thought it was something along those lines that I had been, it was a result of like racial oppression or something like this. But so I had given up at children at that point, and what I think the point I make here is like, if you're trans, there's there's things you're gonna miss. Unless you're a very special situation, there's there's things that you're gonna want to have happen that aren't gonna happen. And these aren't going to be small things. These are going to be big things that everybody else that like quote normal people experience and that are important to their lives. And the longer you wait on this stuff, the more you miss out. And these things, they sort of pile up over the years. And, and I guess the question is, how do you deal with that? How do you deal with how do you deal with things that you want or you may have wanted one time that aren't going to happen? And how do you live with that? And what I would say, I think for me, I think the answer is you have to mourn these things. Like you have to go through the process of grief. Um, Actually, one of my favorite movies was All That Jazz. And yes, I remember the comedian. He goes, "What is it? Anger, denial, bargaining, depression, and acceptance is the processes of accepting death." But I think the movie has the order wrong. That it's denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance. And and I think I think there's something. I think there is. I'm not even sure where this. I mean, I sense there's something deeply true here. You know that it to me this rings true. That that you're that at the start maybe you have hope and you think, oh, you just hope and hope and maybe, something magical or, it's like, so lightning is going to strike or, God is going to make this okay, and that hopes that hope keeps you in the denial phase, It's not going to happen, but the hope keeps you going on and on. And then but at some point, like I think it's okay. I think for me, you just let go of it. You just say no, no. It's not. There's no hope, and that's okay. That's okay. And then it's like, and then it's the anger. It's like, like it's unfair. It's why is it like this? And the bargaining is the crazy. I went to this. Like the crazy. You come up with crazy. Your brain calculates like crazy schemes where it might be okay. And then the sadness and the depression, and and you sit and you feel sorry for yourself. But I guess okay, feel sorry for yourself. You're going through hard things. Yeah, it's okay. Why not feel sorry for yourself? It's okay. There's no shame in that. That's how I feel. You're going through something hard. You missed out on something important. Feel sorry for yourself. It's okay. And I think if you're healthy and your brain is working properly, that that the sadness ends. And it's not like the thing gets better, and it's not like the thing goes away. And if you think about it, you think, well, that wasn't good, but you're not happy about it. But what happens at the acceptance or at the end of the tunnel is that your brain just shuts up about it. That you're not stuck in this phase of thinking about this thing that didn't happen or that of this loss. And that's and I think what's your brain is because I think if your brain is constantly looping on these past losses and these things that are never going to happen, what happens is it just your life stops. You stop paying attention, and if you can stop your brain from looping on old junk, what happens is, I know I say, well, maybe I could plant a garden, or maybe I could do a little more exercising, I could be eating a little better. Maybe I could pay more attention to my YouTube channel. How about that? Here I'm doing something, doing something productive, so I think, it says if they say if it's over for you, as they say, if you're tired and done, whatever it is, I think it's okay to give yourself permission to just let go of hope. You know, you know, it's Disney. It's a Disney movie. It's a Disney movie. It's a damn Disney movie. Our brains have been poisoned by too much fiction where, you know, the hopeless situation is rescued, in the end, but that's not how the world works. Sometimes things just don't happen, Sometimes done is done. And 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 when it's that thing where it's bad and there's no way out, the solution is you have to mourn it. You have to go through the grieving process. I think if you have awareness of what's happening, you can prevent it from being too destructive. Like so if you're in the anger phase, I'm just saying don't hit anybody, don't do anything bad, but if you are angry and you feel that, don't judge yourself too harshly either, just accept that that's part of it, and accept just be conscious that you're going through the stages of this. And I would also say if you're getting stuck somewhere in this, that you want to get help, but I think ideally you should be able to get through it, and it'll be fine. It'll be fine in the end. It'll be better, and your life will be better. So that's what I want to say. It's like just give yourself permission to give up hope. It's okay.